Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. And do want to welcome you from wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thank you for joining. And those of you who are regulars and have watched this channel for a while, you know what I'm going to say. Smash that like, give it a smash. Double smash. No, just smash it once. Because if you double smash it, you'll unlike it. Just smash it once. That will help get this content out to more people and help support the channel. Also, all the comments, love, thanks, and appreciation to those kind words that you take the time to leave each day. And of course, I get back to those as soon as I am able to. So please stay patient. I do get back to those. Links are in the cheat sheet. Below. All my links are in the cheat sheet. All the cheat sheets in the description of this video. I get asked all the time. It's in the description of the video. Cheat sheet is linked there and it's my master. All the links. It has all the links to everything, including the most amazing Discord on the planet, the Stocks with Josh Discord. I'm in there daily with the most amazing community in the crypto channel there daily. So check that out below. You can get signed up there as well. Tons of stuff in there. And also talking about training. Thank you for all of those that emailed requesting training. So where we are right now is I've now emailed all the top 20 people that emailed first. I just based it off your order of email that you emailed in. I've emailed and have done some of those trainings. Some of those training packages, the weekly training packages with me, are now gone. And so once I get through all these 20 introductory sessions, so what happens is once you email me, I email you back. And there's an introductory session. These are paid one-on-one sessions that we have. And then from there, you get to decide which of these 20 training packages that are available. And some of you may just want the one introductory training session and that's it. And you don't want any, or you don't need, or that one introductory session was enough. And you're like, I'm good to go. And that's brilliant, okay? And so that way it happens, I will then move to the next people on the list. So if you've emailed me and I've emailed you back and you're one of those 20 people, then you can have the introductory training session, and from there you can be one and done, or you can continue on and pick up one of those 20 only packages. I have 5 once a week packages, then I have 15 flexible packages that can be a couple of times a month, once a month, or once every few months, depending on what your needs and budget is, okay? Now, don't despair, because those of you who were outside the 20, if anybody doesn't take up one of those packages, I'll move to the next person on the list. So if you haven't emailed in already and that's something you're interested in doing, email if you would like, email, and then you will reserve your place in the wait list, and then I can get down to you. Now, of course, once all the packages are gone, don't despair, because even I will offer one-off sessions to anybody who wants a one-off session with me. I won't be able to extend or offer the ongoing training packages, but I can certainly offer those one-off, one-time session with me. And so if you will send that email, and then you also reserve your spot in the wait list, and the sooner you email, the sooner that I will get to you, because literally I am just going through these emails in order. Okay, so that's just a quick update on those for those who had questions on those. I know I had a couple of questions on those and some people that are waiting for a response. Just be patient. I will get to you. Okay, and I'd love to help you out and help as many people as I can before we enter the parabolic phase of the bull cycle. Okay, we're going to get some news items here, and we have, first of all, this was historically the best performing September in history. So it's going to, I think it could end up being changed to September. Really, during a bull market, we've seen a couple here, and we saw a couple back here as well, a couple of greens in a row. And when we saw that happen, we saw a sea of green. Are we going to see a sea of green here, October, November, December? I do think we could well see that happen as well. So absolutely massive September. And I have to say that I did call it on this channel. I called the September low, September 6th. I did tell you many times before even that low came in, I said to you, historically in a halving year, and you know on this channel I said it, historically in a halving year, the September low has always been in the first 8 days of September. It came in on September 2nd, September 2nd, September 8th. Now it's coming on September 6th. So next time in 2028, we should be expecting that first 8 days. And I did tell you, and I did call it here on this channel after we had that dump down on September 6th, that I felt that that was the September low. I gave a ton of coins to get on, including Tau and Sui, also Blub in early September. And if you got in on those trades, you will be crushing it right now. And not just those, but Render and others as well. Okay. Is today going to be the day? Because we have hit the mark where, generally speaking, with Bitcoin, 163 days after the halving, which is exactly the amount of days after the halving that Bitcoin broke from its reaccumulated range in 2020. I'm not sure. I certainly think that we're close to it. I'm not going to say that it's going to be exactly 163 days to the moment, but certainly, generally speaking, it's been October, and generally speaking, it's been mid-October, which could leave us to any time between now and a couple of weeks. And if it gets pumped a little bit later, obviously later in October, but I am expecting a violent up move in Rocktober or Uptober. Do you like Rocktober better or Uptober? I like Uptober, but I do like it. October is certainly a pretty cool name. It's got a bit of a rock star vibe to it, you know. We'll just see what happens. That was my very bad attempt at an English accent. If you're from England, you can rate that for me, by the way, from 0 to 10. Okay. Also, we have a situation where we could see history repeat with some bullishness here. 80% of Octobers were green. 100% of election years had a green October, November, and December. 100% of years with green September had a green October, November, December. September is green, and this is an election year. Hard not to be bullish. History doesn't always repeat, but often rhymes. And I've been showing you historical data constantly on this channel where relevant, because I do believe that it matters, and I do believe we can learn something from it. Certainly, you wouldn't bet the whole farm on this continuing like this, but certainly history does repeat. We're in for some great upside gains for Bitcoin there. And then your thoughts and I'm. So let's jump into the charts here. And so we're going to start with some Bitcoin here. We're going to jump into the Bitcoin charts here. And so what have we got with Bitcoin? So we had a bit of a drop. Okay, not much has changed since yesterday. I think we had a little bit. There we go. There's the other candle I was waiting for. Not much has changed. We did find support. Look, people ask me about this ribbon bands here, and I have taught numerous times on how to add those to your charts. But go to my Life Changing Gains series. It's linked in my cheat sheet under resources or education there. There's a tab there. You can watch all those life-changing gains series. And so here's what I'll say with this is that you can see how it's found support. This is many EMAs here, and from slow moving EMAs like the 2 EMA all the way more fast EMAs and slow EMAs from 2. I think it goes up to 100 EMA. I'd have to check there. But certainly you can see it's found a little bit of temporary support there. So this is what I identified yesterday would be our first stop for support. So basically that's just bang on hit it. If we were to lose this level here, the next line of support is going to come down at the bottom of that band around 61. And then further levels down is going to be at 60 and 60K, which is the 200 EMA on the daily. And then if we were to lose that, we could come down and wick into this 57, 58 area. If we were to lose that 57, 58 area, that would be quite a bearish move for me. But anything under the 200 EMA on the daily is going to be bearish, a close under there. But we could see that because, this historically, we haven't really taken off. I would be surprised if we came down and then lost that 200 EMA. There's just too many bullish narratives at play with China injecting all this money into the economy. We also have a situation where we have the Fed that has reduced and cut interest rates, and we're also a part of the cycle where we usually take off. So those hoping for a drop down to 57, 58 level may be disappointed. My general feeling is is that we've seen a nice violent move to the upside, and then we could just see a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a consolidation before we have another go at this trend line here. Don't fade the tribal trades trend line, the triple T. Certainly that has been something consistent, and I did talk about taking some profits off the table there. And certainly we've just seen it come back down to that, I think it came down to that 60s. Maybe did it even touch 62 there? It did. It touched 62,800 and found some support there. So this is the line I'd be looking at. If you could certainly there, dollar cost average buy there, and certainly dollar cost average buy around 61,500, and then further dollar cost average buys at 60,000, and then down to 57 and 58,000 down here. But again, this is the concern here. If we would lose this level right here, as I've said numerous times, which is 57, around 57,500. If we were to lose that level, 57,400, we've created a lower low on the daily. So not only would we be under the 200 EMA, create a lower low. So those people calling for more downside, they want one last dip. Yeah, I do think we could have one last flush out, but that flush out could have us coming down to here. And I think this is what a lot of people have identified, this level at 60K. But when all the market's expecting something, we generally don't get it. So let's try and expect something else. Let's expect that Bitcoin is going to go to 70, 75K, and then let's all talk about that, and then maybe the market will dump down and we'll get one last little pickup of Bitcoin and some of our favorite altcoins. So let's try and start that movement online. I do jest here, but you know what I'm saying, because that's generally what happens. Everybody's talking about it going one way, and then the market will go the other way. And so, but you can see this has been great to swing trade. You come down here, get in, you get out here, you get back in here. The tribal trades trend line. These are trend lines that I've had in place for a while. If you've been watching this channel since May, you've been watching these levels here that I have drawn in. And so we could certainly see it come down and start to test around this level here, and this would line up with the 200 EMA. This is coming up, by the way, and so is this trend line coming up. So we could certainly bounce around here for a little while longer before truly breaking out. And my feeling is, we either get sent early or we get sent a little bit late, and people go, what's happening? We're not getting sent. It's just going sideways and so forth. So certainly keep an eye out for those, but those are the levels. Certainly if we break this trend line here, and we've got to get back above, we did set a new higher high here. So coming back down and setting a higher low here would be normal. This would be natural and good and healthy. We just don't want to go below there. And a lot of people go, if we lose 64, we're going down. No, we're not. This is healthy. If we lose 57, 58, yeah, that would be concerning, because then we would be setting up a lower high. And so then I'd be saying, okay, we've got to look, now we're in a downtrend, but we are still in an uptrend here. We are still in an uptrend as long as we don't break below this higher high that got set on the daily. And we've set another higher high so far, but if we continue to come down, even if we come down to 60K, the sky is not going to fall in. We're still creating a higher low here. Okay, so this would be completely normal and completely natural. I can't understand some people, oh no, if we close here, we're going to go down, or if we lose this, we're going to go down. No, this is normal. This is normal. Look, we set up here, we set up a higher low, and then another higher low, and then here we were still fine. But it wasn't until we came down here and we broke that there that this became, like, oh, are we going to go down a little bit lower here? And so now we're back in creating higher lows, and we've created a higher high. That is very bullish. So let's just keep a positive, balanced mindset based off facts and data, not on people. I see people posting and they don't post with any kind of evidence or basis or thesis for what they're posting about, that they just think this is going to happen. It's going to come down here, or we're going to close here, or we're going down because some YouTuber or a Twitter person said it, who also didn't provide much of a basis or a thesis on it either. And so we can see here just very simply, what am I looking for? I'm looking for us to make sure, number one, 200 EMA on the daily with the 50-day moving average, that I think this would hold as support here. If we were to come down, I think we do bounce off this level, and I don't think we create a lower, don't lose this level here. So for those calling down to 57, 58, yes, while it's possible, I think it's more likely that we actually find support here. Now, certainly if we were to come up and create a higher low, then I might change my tune and say, hey, we just created a higher low here, and it's quite possible now we do come down and break that. But until that happens, I'm not going to entertain that for now, because that obviously hasn't happened. So you just need to be in my opinion, I'm a very much if this then that trader. Respond and adapt to the market, because that's how you become successful. You can't just be locked in with one certain way of thinking there. So this is the first line here for me. This is the second line here. And unless we were to come down a little bit and then go like this, then yeah, we could kind of start to do this and start to wiggle down. So that's how I'm looking at the Bitcoin charts at the moment. I hope you enjoyed that today. And until the next episode, which is the altcoin show coming up in a couple of hours, happy trading.